The Wild West might be known for revolvers and handguns, but rifles did make a chunk of that era. In this video, we're going to look at some of the most brutal rifles from the Wild West. One of the most famous rifles of the era was the Winchester Model 1873, also known as the gun that won the West. It's considered one of the most famous rifles of the American Old West era. It was designed by John Browning and first introduced in 1875, becoming one of the most popular rifles of its time. Its popularity was due to its exceptional accuracy, reliability, and ease of use, making it a popular choice for cowboys, lawmen, and outlaws alike. One of the most notable features of the Winchester 1873 was its lever action mechanism. This allowed the shooter to quickly and easily load and fire the rifle without having to remove their hands from the weapon. This made it a valuable tool in the hands of a skilled shooter, as it allowed for rapid and accurate firing. The rifle was chambered in a .44 cartridge that was specifically designed for the Winchester 1873. This cartridge was powerful enough to take down large game such as buffalo and bear, and it quickly became a favorite of many hunters and frontiersmen. The Winchester 1873 had a 7-round tubular magazine, which was a significant improvement over previous models. This allowed the shooter to carry more ammunition, which was a valuable asset in a firefight. The magazine could be quickly reloaded by simply sliding a new cartridge in the open end of the tube, making it a popular choice for gunfighters and lawmen alike. The rifle's accuracy and reliability made it a popular choice for many famous gunfights of the era. It was used by lawmen such as Wyatt Earp and Bat Masterson, as well as outlaws such as Billy the Kid and Jesse James. The rifle was also used by soldiers in the Indian Wars, and it played a significant role in the Battle of Little Bighorn. The Sharps rifle is a historical firearm that was widely used in the American West during the late 1800s. It was designed by Christian Sharps, an American inventor and gunsmith, and it quickly became a popular choice among buffalo hunters and frontiersmen. One of the key features that made the Sharps rifle so effective was its breech loading mechanism. Unlike earlier muzzle-loading rifles, the Sharps allowed shooters to load a single cartridge into the chamber at the rear of the barrel, which greatly increased the rate of fire. This made the rifle particularly well suited for hunting buffalo, as hunters could quickly reload and take multiple shots at a moving target. In addition to its fast loading mechanism, the Sharps rifle was also renowned for its long-range accuracy and stopping power. The rifle was available in several different calibers, but the most popular was the .50 90 Sharps, which fired a heavy bullet that was capable of taking down large game at distances of up to 1,000 yards. This made it a favorite amongst buffalo hunters who relied on the power and accuracy to take down the massive animals. The Sharps rifle also played a role in the conflicts between Native Americans and European settlers in the American West. Frontiersmen often carried Sharps rifles for self-defense against Native American attacks, and the rifle was used by both sides during battles such as the Wagon Box Fight and the Battle of Little Bighorn. While the rifle was effective in combat, it also had some drawbacks, including its slow rate of fire and heavy weight. The Henry rifle was another popular rifle of the era, and it was the first lever-action rifle to be adapted by the US military. The Henry rifle was chambered in .44 rimfire and had a 15-round magazine tube, which was a significant advantage over the 7-round capacity of the Winchester Model 1873. The Henry rifle was known for its rapid fire rate, and it played a significant role in the Union Army's victory at the Battle of Franklin during the Civil War. The Henry rifle, also known as the Henry Repeater, was a lever-action rifle that was designed by Benjamin Tyler Henry in 1860. It was a significant improvement over earlier firearms, such as single-shot rifles and muskets, as it had a high-capacity magazine and could be fired rapidly. One of the key features of the Henry rifle was its 15-round magazine tube, which was located underneath the barrel. This allowed for a much faster rate of fire than other rifles of the time, as the shooter did not have to stop and reload after every shot. The magazine tube was loaded by sliding cartridges through a part in the side of the receiver, and the rounds were held in place by a spring. The Henry rifle was chambered in .44 rimfire, which was a relatively new cartridge at the time. This ammunition was shorter than traditional, which made the rifle easier to handle and reduced recoil. The Henry rifle saw significant use during the American Civil War, where it was used by both Union and Confederate forces. However, it was the Union Army that made the most use of the rifle. With over 7,000 Henry rifles being purchased for use during the war, the Henry rifle played a key role in several battles, including the Battle of Franklin, where Union soldiers armed with Henry rifles were able to hold off a Confederate assault. After the Civil War, the Henry rifle was popular among civilians, particularly in the American West. It was It was widely used by buffalo hunters, lawmen, and outlaws alike. The Springfield Model 1866 was a popular rifle during the Wild West era, and it was an improved version of the Civil War era Springfield Model 1861. It was a breech loading rifle, which meant that the shooter could load and unload the rifle quickly and easily. This was a significant improvement over earlier firearms, which were usually muzzle loading and required more time to reload. The Springfield Model 1866 was known for its accuracy and reliability, making it a popular choice among soldiers and civilians alike. The rifle was chambered in .50 to 70, which was a relatively powerful cartridge for the time. It was capable of taking down large game such as buffalo, as well as being an effective weapon for self-defense. The Springfield Model 1866 was extensively used by U.S. Army soldiers during the Indian Wars, where it was often used against Native American tribes who were resisting U.S. expansion. The rifle was also popular among buffalo hunters, who used it to hunt the large herds of buffalo that roamed the Great Plains. One of the key features of the Springfield Model 1866 was its reliability. The rifle was known for its durability and could withstand harsh conditions and heavy use. This made it a popular choice for soldiers and hunters who needed a rifle that they could rely on in any situation. The rifle was also relatively easy to maintain and repair, which added to its appeal. The Remington Model 1875 was a popular rifle during the late 19th century, and it was a single-shot rolling black rifle. The rolling block mechanism was a significant improvement over earlier firearms, as it allowed for a stronger and more reliable action. This made the Remington Model 1875 a popular choice among hunters, lawmen, and soldiers alike. The rifle was chambered in a variety of calibers, including .45 to 70 and .44 to 40. These cartridges were relatively powerful for the time, and they provided the rifle with a significant amount of stopping power. The Remington Model 1875 was known for its accuracy, which made it a popular choice among buffalo hunters who needed a rifle that could take down large game from a distance. One of the key features of the Model 1875 was its durability. The rifle was known for its ability to withstand harsh conditions and heavy use, which made it a reliable weapon for those who required it. The rolling block mechanism was also relatively easy to maintain and repair, which added to its appeal. The Remington Model 1875 was widely used by buffalo hunters who needed a rifle that was capable of taking down the large herds of buffalo that roamed the Great Plains. It was also popular among lawmen who used it for self-defense and to maintain order in the lawless towns of the American West. The rifle saw use in several conflicts, including the Indian Wars and the Spanish-American War. Finally, the Winchester Model 1894 was an iconic rifle that was widely used during the later Wild West era. Designed by John Browning and produced in 1894, it was one of the most popular lever-action rifles of its time. The rifle was chambered in a variety of calibers, including .30 to 30 and .32 Winchester Special, and it was known for its accuracy, reliability, and rapid-fire capability. The rifle's lever-action mechanism allowed for quick and easy cycling of cartridges, which made it popular among lawmen and outlaws alike. The Model 1894 had a tubular magazine that could hold up to 15 rounds, which was a significant improvement over earlier models. The rifle's lightweight and compact design also made it popular for use on horseback. The Winchester Model 1894 played a significant role in many famous events of the Wild West era, including the Johnson County War and the Battle of Bear Valley. It was also the rifle of choice for many famous lawmen and outlaws, including Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. In conclusion, the rifles of the Wild West were an essential tool for cowboys, lawmen, outlaws, and frontiersmen alike. These rifles were known for their accuracy, reliability, and stopping power, and they played a significant role in shaping the history of the American West. While some of these rifles may seem outdated by today's standards, they were the most advanced firearms of their time, and they remain an important part of the firearms industry and American history.